Hi, my name is Teresa Kovlak, and today we are going to be painting this cute little beach scene, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I will leave a list of the colors in the description box below. You will need a couple of Sharpies, orange and black, and I'll also leave that in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I like to do is start with my sky. And I'm just dipping my brush into the alcohol and then pick up a little bit of that pink. And it's actually wild plum that I'm using. And this painting won't be exactly the same, but similar. You'll be able to see how I did it. So I'm just picking up some of that ink and a little bit of alcohol. And then we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of yellow. And I want it like the sun is going down, so I'm not going to put too much yellow in. Take some of that out. And if you want yours brighter, you can have yours brighter. Trying to make mine more like a sunset. So just kind of have our clouds running into each other. Maybe a little more pink. And a little alcohol. So if you haven't painted with the inks before, they are alcohol based, and you can use the blending solution, which is provided by the company, or you can use the 99% alcohol. So we're just kind of moving our clouds around here. Just so you have, when you see the look that you like, then you can keep it. So I just kind of want mine rolling through, and I'm going to also bring in a little bit of that blue. And just going to add a little bit up here. Now I want to be careful about adding the blue where the yellow is, because I don't want green clouds. And I'm just dipping into that alcohol, bringing out a little bit of that color. All I have on my brush right now is the alcohol. And I kind of like that. So it's up to you. If you want more pink in, you can do that. If you want more yellow or blue, that's totally up to you. So go ahead and get that water going. I just kind of cover it. And we'll pick up a little darker. So where we're up closer. And make it like we have some waves coming in. So remember, it'll be darker closer to you and lighter further back. So we're just trying to make our waves like they're bumping up against the beach. Just want to be careful that you don't use too much alcohol, because you will get your inks moving where you don't want them. And because I'm using a smaller brush, I have to dab in more times. So I'm kind of liking that right there. Bring a little bit of that brown in, and I'm only using a tiny bit. It's really has a lot of alcohol mixed with it. Just because I don't want it brown. I want it to look like a beach. And I'm just taking the alcohol and pulling a little bit out. So it's leaving a little bit of color. Kind of like the waves that come in and hit and out they go. Okay, so we're going to put in a starfish, and we're going to put him in about right here. I'm just going to bring his little legs over, or his body. His legs are actually underneath. So sometimes I like to just paint them in with the paintbrush. Sometimes I find that's just easier to do, even though the marker has a fine tip on them. So I just picked up a little bit of that red, and I actually got too much on the edge of my brush there. Okay, so that starfish is mucky looking. So I'm just going to erase them, and we'll start them all over again. So sometimes things don't look the way you want it to, and sometimes you just got to start it all over. And I've made a starfish a million times, and every once in a while he still goofs up. So I'm just going to fix my beach, my waves. Like the waves are hitting up against the sand here. Bring a little bit of that brown in. And then just kind of wash some out with that alcohol. Okay, and let's go ahead and do that starfish again. This time I'm going to paint him in instead. So you want to make sure this area is dry. I've just let it dry with the air. His little legs, or his body. There we go. I'm just kind of taking a little bit of color out of them because I am going to add a little bit of this orange. Just so he has some more color in him, a little contrast there. And then I want to go ahead and put in my bottle. And we can have it maybe about right here, like it's just rolling in. And pick up a tiny bit of that black now. And about right there. So on your bottle, I like to make mine look more see-through. This time we're gonna add a little bit of green to this. Now I still want that black in there because I think if it was just green, it would look too much like the ocean. So somebody threw a bottle in the water and we're going to put a little note in it. So we're just going to make the neck of the bottle right there. And we're going to put a note in our bottle. Bring it about right there. We'll make the cork brown. Grab a little bit of that. And just on the end here. And sometimes when I'm painting, I'll just think of different things or what I think might look better, and then I gotta change it. So it's okay to change your painting. So we're going to put love in the inside of our little bottle. Then what I'd like to do is put a little bit of water down underneath that bottle. So when you do this, you want to be careful that you're not picking up a lot of ink. Just a little bit. Just like if it's waves that just brought it in and it's kind of splashed up against the shoreline. And if you don't want the bottle, you don't have to do it. So next thing I'd like to do is add our little birds. These are super simple. So I'm just going to move this a little bit this way. And I'm going to make them like a V. There we go. So something super simple that you guys can do. I hope you give it a try. And that was lots of fun. I hope you liked it and maybe learned a new technique. So again, my name is Teresa Kovlak, and thank you so much for joining me. You are welcome to follow me and see more of my work on Facebook or Instagram, and that is under my name, Teresa Kovlak. and that is under my name, Teresa Kovlek. And thanks again and happy painting. Enjoy the rest of your day.